I served 24 years as mayor, 10 years as council member, and then a year on the planning commission. So kind of started off so I learned what I was about to do. And it was scary. I'm not a college graduate. I drove truck. I had my own business, landscaping business, and it was kind of started. What really pushed it was the Cloud Drive project. People wanted me to get elected. There's, everybody says, well, why don't you keep running? We don't care how old you are. And I said, I do, because I would have been 80 years old by the time I got done. And I have people that asked whether they can call me after I leave the mayor's job, and I said, sure, certainly. I'm not leaving here. I'll die in this city. This is my place. And I said, you can call me anytime. I mean, I had a chance to sit with the lieutenant colonel that was next to John McCain for 6 years and tap on the wall to talk to each other, and the Black Sheep Squadron, the Tuskegee Air Command, and the first African-American pilots that ever were allowed to fly, and sit right next to them and talk to them. Be in a contract room with Ziggy Wolf and Mark Wolf to work on the stadium here. Nobody has that. Not a bad life for a truck driver that came here not knowing how long I was going to last in this thing. I thought, I don't have a lot of background to do this, but it's all what you put into it. We've managed to keep the taxes down as far as we can. We looked at our rates again. As far as water and sewer, we're right on the bottom. Our taxes have always been low. But if you compare us to other places, other cities around here, I'm telling you, people look at our utility costs and they go, what? How can you do that? And I thought, well, we do it. But it's just because of a lot of people working together really hard. I think the USA Cup, I missed one, and I think I was in the hospital, and I thought, my wife says, you are not leaving the hospital. Things are special to me, and that is when you bring people from around the world. I meet these people, I interchange emails with them sometimes, and not as much as what I'd like to do. I've always wanted all the country's flags around our roundabouts so that we could show how many people were actually in this city. And it's just neat. I mean, just to be able to do that. But the 500 acres that was back in, I think it was 1988, the guy walked in here and he owed us money. We were holding money on escrow for him. And he had a lot of land. And he said, if you release the escrow, I'll give you the 500 acres or whatever it was, 475. And I thought, this is a no-brainer. But everything in those days was a risk. If there was contamination, it could cost you $10 million. And it was land that was never touched. There was a little bit that we said no on, but that's where the restoration park is right now. And that's part of, I think it was 1988 when we first started. And we tried to stay open with people, trying to explain what it is. Now it may be, when it's all done, maybe one of the best restoration parks it is in the whole state, maybe the U.S. The building of all the sports complex, I think we've redone every park in Blaine. That were a lot of metal park features that were in there that were dangerous. We replaced every one, some twice now since I've been here. But it's all done working with people that are absolutely awesome. Terrific council members and terrific staff, and that's what it's about. We got good people here right now. I've always tried to respect everybody here, because whether they're working in a little cubicle or whatever, they're part of the whole process, and they got to stay that way. So it's been great, and I can thank my family, my wife Diane, who put up with me for all these years, and my kids, and my grandkids now, and anybody that says you don't take a job home with you is lying. There used to be times when I'd come home and I'd stay awake, and then I'd wake my wife up and say, am I right or am I wrong on this thing? And she'd say, shut up. Just to say thanks to everybody for treating me decent, and the people that we had issues with or got angry with, I think, to try to just understand that it was just being honest and doing my job. But I think if people decide, surprisingly, I don't know why they want to call me now, but they want to call me. I get calls from out of state saying, can we talk to you? And I thought, yeah, you sure can. I'm not going to stop that. I'm not leaving here. My wife and I always said, this is where we'll end up our life, right here. When I came home from Korea, I was supposed to be in Vietnam and I got pushed into Korea, but I said, I'm coming back to Minnesota and I ain't leaving. This is my state and this is my city. But it was, we had 120 acres my dad did at one time, and we built next to each other, and that's where we plan on staying. I don't, this is the best state in the United States without a question to me. We got a few mosquitoes and a little bit of snow, but we don't have fires and we don't have all these storm-related things along the ocean. So I love this state. So just to thank everybody for what they've done and what they've allowed me to do. I never lost an election. I never came close to losing an election. And just it's because of them that I had a chance to keep serving, and I really appreciate it.